Hello everybody and welcome to Tlatoani, which I imagine I'm going to mispronounce a lot of things, including the name of this game. This is an early access Aztec city building game, and I know basically nothing about it except it's supposed to be like a successor to the Caesar or Pharaoh games. Now, I have a vague memory of playing a Pharaoh game when I was like 12. So this should be interesting. We're going to, of course, dive right in, and we're not going to learn to play, and we're going to make a bunch of mistakes. So that is how we end up going here. So there's a historical story campaign. There's also a scenario system and random maps. I kind of want to do the historical story campaign. I feel like that would probably be the best way to figure out what's going on with this game. So let's dive right on into that. A clean slate, huh? The Mexica, having taken refuge in an Otomi settlement, rebuild after a major flood. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here.
They call us barbarians.
Oh, that's quiet.
Tzumpanco is a modest town by the standards of the civilized nations of the Anahuac Valley, and the Otomi who settled here were notorious for plunder and butchery only a few generations past, before they took the island of Xaltocan and began to farm and trade with the cities of the south. We can only be grateful that the city's ruler, Tlatoani, offered us shelter and protection 20 years ago after their northern cousins drove us from the ruins of Torlan. But, like the Otomi, we Mexica will always be Chichimex in the eyes of the southerners. We have that in common at least. Our chieftain, Aztec, has always been more accustomed to the rigors of the wild than to settle life, but he has different ambitions for his son. His heir, Tosquequextli, has been studying in the Masons district for some years now, and seems to show a talent for sculpture and building projects. After the recent floods washed away a large portion of the city's outer wards, Tlauixcalpotonki has suggested he might take the initiative in rebuilding. This task is both an honor and a burden, but at least the prince will have a chance to put his new skills to use.
Okay, I didn't expect there to be voice acting on that, but that's also very quiet. I did not, for the record, turn that down. So if we go into the user settings here, we are at the default sound settings, which is this. Okay. That's just by default extremely quiet. Noted. Okay, so we are in-game here. Looks like this is a 2D sprite-based game. Okay, so spacebar pauses, cool. We can rotate and zoom the camera, though. Ah, this works a lot like the rotations in the Stronghold games. Okay. Neat. So it's just the 90-degree rotations, and sure, that looks fine. So we can open the journal, and let's see, to the left of the calendar dial. Oh, the flashing thing. That would make sense. So this is our journal here. Yep. And we can review our objectives at any time by clicking on the journal button to the left of the calendar dial. Try opening the journal now and close it and any other windows when you are done. Yes. Okay. In most missions, you'll be founding or developing your own city, but for now, Tzumpanco will be providing us with the food and building materials we need. Our city district, or Calpuli, is called Atenco. I'm going to butcher all of these pronunciations. Just prepare for that. Open the engineering tab and place a mason yard close to your trading post, and make sure it has a road connection. The porters at your storage venues can help with local construction, but masons do so over much longer distances, and also keep buildings in good repair. Your other task will be to clear away the rubble left after the floods. Rubble is unsightly and will discourage citizens from improving their homes or providing certain services. Hit the Z key or press the raise button, then drag or click on terrain to mark rubble for removal. Okay, so sure, this is our trading post here. Noted. And then that highlights the roads. Okay, so this is definitely like isometric grid style. Sure. This is definitely feeling very like retro city builder. No doubt about that. I can see why they're comparing it to... Okay, barren ground varies in true fertility but lacks vegetation. Oh. Oh, so that's kind of like RimWorld in that way. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. We want to mark all of this rubble for raising. So if we press the Z key... Ah. I see. So that's now marked for raising. If we do this, that's now marked for raising. Gotcha. So the game wants us to mark all of this for Razing, and this up here as well. Okay. It also wanted us to build a mason yard, and it wanted us to put that close to the trading post, presumably like here or here. I'm going to put it here to leave this roadway potentially available. Terrain is blocked. Okay. Sure. Okay, so now we need to unpause to allow construction to proceed. The nearby ruins have not yet been cleared, and our mason camp is not yet complete. Okay, so what I'm wondering right now is this feels like these guys, not necessarily actually. I'm looking at the animations here. I was at first thinking they seem like they're moving very fast, and they actually still kind of do. But they fit the animation, so interesting. So out of curiosity, we're at 12 out of 4 of this. Common workers and 4 jobs available. Okay. This is axe monies. Our current funds and are used to pay for imports, wages, festivals, and other sundry expenses. Okay, so that's basically money. Sure. Elite workers. Okay, and what is this? City symmetry. Oh. Okay. That's pretty neat then. So it looks like there is some speed changes here. So this is on normal time. This is fast time, which is 5x. And then this is paused. So there's just the 2 settings for speed. We can indeed zoom in and out. So that's understood. When we zoom in, I'm definitely seeing some pixelation on these sprites. So maybe we'll sit somewhere around here by default. We'll see. So these ruins are being cleared. We see this guy up here working. Excellent. And our mason yard is currently here. Production is underway. Okay. I don't know what they're using to produce here. So what is this? This is clay? Clay is needed by this venue. And then they also need stone. So they import stone and then do production. And they output artwork. And then deliver to the mason yard, which is right here. Okay, so this is a porter shop here. Sure. And then that's our trading post. Okay. So this is going to be interesting. We're definitely going to have some learning to do. No doubt about it. I'm not super familiar with this style of city builder, but we're going to normally be doing a fresh start city. This is just a slightly scripted thing to begin with. So that's absolutely fine. So there's definitely a day-night cycle. This citizen is worried about their housing quality. Okay. That's neat. This guy's a slave here. Or rather, a servant, actually. What's this guy? I'm not sure that we can actually select him from this angle. We may have to rotate to be able to properly see him. So he's an archer. And we can't select him because he's from Zampanco. Okay, sure. Well, for the time being, we need to clear out these ruins, so our workers are absolutely going to need to continue to work. Cool. I, for one, really like the games that do, like, the traditional isometric style like this in 2D with sprites. I think that it's a really cool look, and it's not really done very much anymore. So I'm definitely a fan of that, although the overall art style here I think is maybe a little bit generic, but we'll see if it grows on me. This is just very first impressions for right now, right? Plus and minus on the keypad are not increasing and decreasing speed. That is something that I would expect. Maybe there is a keybind for that. Apparently there's no keybind to increase and decrease speed. Hide UI \. Okay. Use bracket keys or right-click to adjust speed. I left-clicked and it adjusted speed. Oh. Okay, so we have quite a lot more speed options than just 5x. Noted. So the bracket keys. Okay. That pauses it. Okay, well, we finished up this. Sure. Well done. Note that you can open the ambience overlay at any time to take a look at which areas of the city are considered scenic and which are not. Okay. Your next step should be to build some homes for your people, along with a market to service them. For now, you should go to the Housing tab and place 12 common homes nearby, as well as a small market from the Commerce tab. Use roads to connect them, okay? When venues are selected or hovered over, they should show which other venues they have access to via the road network. Small green dots indicate a venue they can deliver to or service. Small yellow dots, a venue that they can obtain goods from. And small blue dot indicates the venue's entrance. Be sure to hover over your homes from time to time for more information about what they need to develop. So, I, with my color blindness, have a hard time telling apart green and yellow. This could be potentially problematic. We will see. So that'll be interesting for sure. So we need to place more common homes. That's these bad boys. And we need to place a small market. So we could put the market like down over here, theoretically. There's definitely a dot over here. The dot here is indicating where that's going to connect to the roads. Can we... that changes the camera. I'm wondering if there's a way to change the rotation of the building itself, or if we're just stuck with this building rotation. Hang on. Let's check the key bindings. Yeah, I don't see a way to rotate the buildings in the key bindings, so that might be stuck there. Okay, so for now, we can go to the small market. I'm going to put this right up over here for right now. And we need to place some common homes, right? So, right-click pan. Okay, I'm used to middle-click pan, but right-click pan works fine. So, these homes. We're going to need some road as well. Let's see, relocate structures, mark raise, here's road. Okay, so I'd want road to go through like that for now, I believe. Yes, that is accurate. Looks like they are automatically changing the sprite based on the location. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 out over here. So we're going to need another set of road here. So I'm going to do 2 here. And then we're going to do roading that goes up over this direction. And I'm probably just going to connect in something like that. The square shape here of the buildings means that we're pretty much going to have kind of grid-like setups for our road. That's pretty much guaranteed by the tile system. So let's just put in some additional houses there. Okay, so now we need to allow that construction to proceed. We are on faster speed. Let's go here for now. Okay, so we're building these roads. Those build pretty quickly. That's definitely noted. So I'm hoping that the dots that they were talking about, the green and yellow dots, I'm hoping there'll be an explanation in the tooltips or whatever. That would solve the problem. We'll see what happens with that. So it looks like these have started construction, but have not yet finished. O appears to be the hotkey for road, so we can definitely... Oh, that's awkward. This road here is offset by 1 from this road. Can we remove this road here? Yes, we can. Perfect. So that'll be fine. Can we upgrade these roads? Because I'm noticing that these are paved roads, and these are not paved. These are dirt roads. They're unsightly, but cheap and better than nothing. Okay. So this road tool is just road. So we'd connect this road like up over here, right? There we go. So we've got something like that going on anyway. And we can see these houses are starting to be finished. Looks good. So I want to check on these. We can see their service access here. Okay. And we can see the household here. Ah, so this guy lives in that house. Sure. Needs access to a sweeper. Okay. I'm sure we'll figure out what that means. Currently, day 2 of the month of Greater Feast for the Revered, and day 142 of the year of 13 Rabbit. You're in year 1 of the history of the city. Click here to view your calendar. Okay. So this has, like, festivals and stuff. Sure. So that seems absolutely fine for now. We just need to finish up these constructions. That's all we're waiting for. Interesting how they have the fade between there. That's often the case, or often not the case with this art style. Or I guess like this projection style. Ooh, what's this needing? Venue is under construction. We need 31 stone. We may have overbuilt this over here, perhaps. Your market workers need to collect firewood for sale, and your market workers need to collect food for sale. Okay, so let's see here. We are getting food, and we're getting timber as well. So presumably that's already happening. Hang on, I just saw a thing. Okay. So this is the green and yellow dots. They all look the same to me right now. Maybe they are. I think they're green is my current theory. We'll see. So yeah, this is indicating what those are servicing, I think. And that definitely seems interesting. So yeah, we can see that our market has a certain amount of capacity to it, right? We can see that there's stuff in there and that some of that stuff disappeared. So this is being ported around. Okay. It'd be neat if we could see them actually carrying the stuff, kind of like in, again, Stronghold, but yeah, not bad for early access. We'll get there, I'm sure. Good work. Now that your citizens have a roof over their head, food, and timber, you can start to think about giving them some basic amenities. As housing gains access to more goods and services, the residents will improve their dwellings, resulting in higher tax revenue, better ambiance, and expanded living space. Go to the Health and Sanitation tab and place a well dipper, okay, that must be what it was talking about, and sweeper close to your housing. As before, these will need road connections. The well dipper provides housing with a crude water supply, while the sweeper carries night soil and detritus away from homes. Later, this will be used to fertilize your crops. Okay. So this would be the sweeper out over here, requiring 5 of whatever this is, timber, and 3 clay. Sure. So we can put that over here. There we go. And then this is a sentry post. Patrolling your streets and keeping petty crime to a minimum. Interesting. It'll probably direct us to build one of those in a little bit. So for now, we can put a well dipper like up over here and get some access to water. So that looks good. Yeah, we need access to a sweeper. That's absolutely fine. So let's get those under construction. Yep, this is definitely making a fair amount of sense thus far, but it is very Aztec themed, for sure. So the sweeper is going to be done soon enough. We need to carry goods over to it. My main complaint right now, just based on a very, very brief play here, is that I do wish that we could see them carrying goods around. They just kind of walk right now, and this guy, or actually this lady here, she's shopping for pottery. Okay, so what do we got, say, this guy doing? He is currently carrying 15 clay, I believe that is. And he's also getting tired. So that's neat, but I wish we could see that he was carrying clay. That would be nice. So what are we lacking down here? We are in need of clay. So that is now done. We've got that clay there. Looks good. So in terms of where we're getting these resources right now, warehouses set to trade locally will only deliver and receive goods within the same map. This must be coming from the city down here. That must be where we're getting our resources from. They did say that that was a thing that we were doing, so. Other amenities will encourage our citizens to further improve their housing. Go to the Religion tab and build a shrine to the god of your choice. Either this guy, the god of war, or this guy, the god of rain and agriculture. Shrines will require a scenic location and appreciate a symmetric layout of other structures nearby. Symmetry checks in each cardinal direction around a venue and rates the location better if similar structures can be found on tiles on either side of that axis. Apparently it is time for hiccups. Amazing. Shrines to the god of rain and agriculture can bless your well dippers, while a shrine to the god of war can bless these guys. I don't know what that is. That provides young boys with martial training and basic education and can be found under the Civic and Education tab. Amenities can become overcrowded as your city grows in size, so check on them from time to time to see whether more should be built. You can also select or hover your housing to get information about your citizens' needs. Okay, so we can see that these are needing access to a sweeper. We have one right here. Our staff are collecting soil right now. So that'll probably happen over time. So under civil and education, this is a civic education and martial training to young boys. We can see that our symmetry is currently divine, a 78% favor bonus. And then up here, we can choose one of these. I believe that said. Okay. They're the same cost. So this site has awful symmetry. This site requires a scenic neighborhood. Right. So this would be good symmetry if we built it here. Strong symmetry if we built it here. Okay. So that seems fine for now. And of course, we're going to need to place one of these. So if we put that over here, would that mess up our symmetry? I don't know. You should also build an alcove to provide entertainment and improve local ambiance, and a sentry post to provide a modicum of security. Finally, you can build stone road to replace unsightly dirt pathways, and fruit gardens to beautify the locale further. Bear in mind that stone is expensive, so use it sparingly. When you're ready, click fast forward to speed up time, and wait for your housing to develop. Okay. So we're going to need a sentry post, and that we could probably cram in right here. And then this is an alcove, a small place for drummers and flautists to perform. Okay, so that could go like here, or maybe even up over here. Sure, something like this for now. And then there's also fruit gardens. Excellent. So that seems okay for the time being. And then as far as upgrading our roads go, how would we go about doing that? They mentioned that we could do it, but I don't know how. I don't think they said that. Information overlays. Maybe it's under, engineering, stone road. Okay, so that would mean, like, upgrading this main thoroughfare would not necessarily be a bad idea for right now. And that is going to be expensive, so that's understood. If we were to just upgrade something like this for the time being, that would probably be decent. And we'll see how that ends up feeling in terms of cost. Okay, so they're going to be constructing this for a little while, for sure. But it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish up this construction here and see about learning more about the inner workings of this game. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.